Hi, I'm Joseph Kateri, and today I'm going to show you the perfect accessory for the Quest 2. Let's go! So, a few weeks ago, I was in Los Angeles, as a lot of you know, because of, I uploaded a video about it. One of the mornings, I woke up and found an email in my YouTube account, which is weird because I don't sign up for anything with that. And it was like 7 AM on Western Coast. I was feeling super groggy. I barely read the email. And it was from Kiwi. You guys might recognize the name because I mentioned it in pretty much all of my accessory videos. And I read the email completely lucid a few hours later, and it turns out they wanted to send me a product. This was the first time this ever happened to me. So they did actually send me a product. They sent me these. I am not sponsored by Kiwi at all. Whatsoever, they paid me nothing. This is a 100% honest review. All they did was send me this for free. That's it. So what even are these? Okay, somehow the amount of people not subscribed keeps increasing. Right now it's at 97%. So if you want my kitty to eat, ooh, do you want to get out? You want to get out? Okay, let's get out. If you want her to eat this week, subscribe now, and let's try to get the 97% down a little bit. All right, now onto the review. So what even is this? Well, they are better grips for your controllers. As you can see, they're made for larger hands, and you can kind of just let go with them, which is pretty cool. They are specifically advertised and made for larger hands. Now, I'm not sure if you guys can see just based off the video, but my hands are fucking huge, alright? They're massive, just for comparison. And here's the proof for it. I actually took a picture comparing my hands to Dwayne The Rock Johnson's, and they're roughly the same size. And that man is much, much bigger than me. So that's how you know I'm telling the truth when I say these are nice. These are for big hands, pretty much exclusively. Now, when I opened it, it came with a bunch of different stuff. It came with the controller grips themselves, these plastic battery pull tabs, which I thought was really weird and I didn't use them, halo covers, which I actually have a gripe with them, and hand strap padding. And I believe the padding is for if you have smaller hands or you want a tighter fit. I didn't need it, I'm using the maximum size. But why should you even get these? What are the specs? What are the features? Well, they are made entirely out of this hard silicone. It feels very similar to gripping something like a tennis racket or a golf club. This is made out of pretty much that entire material. Now, I am worried that it will fade away. This grippy material on it, I am concerned it will fade a little bit. Not too much, in all honesty. I'm not that concerned, just because you'd have to use it an insane amount. But for example, my Razer mouse right now, I'm using the Razer Viper Ultimate Wireless, and the little grips on the side is pretty much the same material as the controllers. I'm actually feeling them side by side right now, and it is the same. It's the same. And the side of my mouse is actually gripping off, the fabric is just ripping off because of the friction between my thumb and the grip. And that's actually completely normal. I will have to say that I use my mouse an insane amount. I use it probably 6 times more than I use my controllers. So this took a year, so the controller grips by that math take 6 years, so I think we're fine. And the controller grips themselves do pretty much exactly as advertised. It's nothing fancy, it's nothing fucking insanely crazy. They just make you grip the controllers better, and they do a really fucking good job at doing that. I'm just gonna wear it like normal. Boom, I'm letting go right now. Ta-da, crazy. So how does it exactly work? How do you put it on? What's the setup like? Well, it's actually pretty simple. It took me about maybe 5 minutes. Well, actually it took me 10 minutes, but if you have the instruction manual, it'll take you 5. All you have to do is take off your current battery cover, take out the battery, take out the strap, then you just slide these in like a Wii controller remote. Anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. The controller grips, you really just slide it into place until it works. Press like this on it very gently, but you will hear a click, and that means, it's in place. And then you just put the battery back in, and that's pretty much it. Then you can tighten the actual handles until they're tight and you like it. By the way, if you are at all interested in these controller grips, go down in the description and you can find an Amazon affiliate link directly to the product. And while you're down in the description, you can check out my social media such as my TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. I have my own Discord server, and you can even check out the music that is playing right now. Alright, back to the actual, controller grips. So, some frequently asked questions. Is this worth the $40 price tag? I think just because it's a one-time purchase, I think it's worth it. These simply do what they need to. That's all you really want it to do either. It doesn't fucking fly, it's not a magical unicorn, it is a controller grip. There's not much to say about it, but it's really good at being a controller grip. I can tell that this is a permanent part of my Quest 2 accessories now, and I will use it pretty much permanently in the future. I especially like it again because it fits large hands. If you have normal sized hands or even tiny hands, maybe stay away from this. Another question is, how sweat resistant is this? I sweat really bad. I think I have that one condition where you just sweat constantly. I don't remember what it's called, like something, put on screen. I sweat non-stop, and it was actually a really big problem when I would be playing Thrill of the Fight or Beat Saber with my original Quest controllers, because I would end up having to constantly wipe both my hands and my controllers on my sleeves, on my shirt, every fucking 10 seconds, and it was really annoying. These are pretty much completely sweat resistant. I didn't have to wipe my hands even once on my shirt at all. I kind of felt my hands being clammy, but it did not affect my grip whatsoever. Now, I am a little bit worried about the sweat eventually getting to these, maybe making it a little bit stained, a little chalky colored. However, I really doubt that would ever affect the grippiness. Kind of like how a mouse pad gets dirty, kind of like that. And another question I actually saw in the Amazon question and answer section. Yes, I do check that for ideas. A lot of people ask if these fit any type of carrying case. No, they don't. They do not fit any Oculus Quest 2 carrying case at all, because the original controller is really only this big. This section right here is just added space specifically because you bought the large version of these controllers, or these controller grips, sorry. And now, the pros and cons, where I basically just summarize everything I've said so far. So the pros, it just fucking works. It's a good product that, again, I'm not being paid or influenced in any way, shape, or form to say this. It's just good at its job that is advertised. They are super grippy. You guys ever have those super protective phone cases and the sides were all like grippy and textured? It kind of feels like that, but across the entire thing. Or if you just have textured mice on the sides, it just feels like that. And I never realized how big of an issue the sizing of my controllers were until I tried these on, because I was always used to the Quest 1 and Quest 2 controllers where it's just kind of, you know, this looks weird. You know, where it is that tall, you know, and it's a smaller diameter, and I was okay with that until I tried these. As soon as I tried these, I was like, oh, this is what I was missing. You know, it kind of clicked for me. And I can even still hold it after I've gone completely clammy, which is after like 5 minutes, which is a really big benefit. I don't have to constantly wipe my hands, you know, etc. Now, the cons, I can really only think of two, and it is the material may fade over time, similar to how the side of my Razer mouse has. However, that would need a long time. Or if I were to guess, it would be a long time. In theory, these will last a long time, but they will eventually fade. And the second thing is they are double the price of pretty much any other grips on the market. Maybe not double, but at least like 10 bucks more. My friend Colton, who I actually made a video with not too long ago, he actually has the same brand, Kiwi, but his are the regular version, which I will show you in a second. And now, the final section, the alternatives. If you just have like tiny itty bitty baby hands, or these are just slightly out of your budget, here are some alternatives. All I did was look up Quest 2 controller grips, so many came up, and most of them seem to be around the $23 to $25 mark. Now, these are the exact ones that Colton has. It's pretty much made out of the same texture, it's just smaller. And it also does not have this part, the little strap on the end, to make sure you don't throw your controller at like a cat or something. It doesn't have that. But they are about 15 bucks less, and overall, they are also very good. I would get this if you don't have huge hands. Even switching between tabs, you can see the size difference. There are other brands here, but again, Kiwi is pretty much my go-to because they're one of the few that actually like, you know, respond to emails and have some form of communication after purchase, which is really nice. And the final con I have is these came with these little halos that you can see at the very top. Yeah, you can see right here. They actually kind of block the sensors. Now, normally this controller grip actually already blocks 2 of the 8 sensors I believe the Quest 2 controller has. And I'm okay with this in all honesty, because the 2 sensors that are being blocked are pretty much never used, or at least in the games that I play. I have noticed that this ring actually interferes with some of the sensors. This ring has probably 4 sensors right here, and I've noticed that it gets really glitchy when I have the halos on, but when I take the halos off, it was perfect. I don't really care for the halos anyways. I think they're kind of ugly, so I don't really care. I believe there is 2 sensors right here. I don't know if you can see right here and right here, kind of like where the buttons are around here, and it blocks it. But I've never really noticed any issues. So overall, if you can afford to spend the extra $15 and you have bigger hands, I would 100% recommend these Kiwi controller grips. I mean, worst case scenario, it's Amazon, you can return it. So anyways, this channel is all about making educational and entertaining VR content. I know that lately my content's been all over the place. I've been just trying to find what you guys enjoy. Hit the bell or join my Discord down below to receive updates on when I upload. And in the description, you can again find an Amazon affiliate link to this product, as well as find links to all of my social media, like my TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and what music is playing. Alright, that's all I really got. Have a nice day.